Took a lot of hard shit just to learn how not to break down and stop it. No matter what I've seen in the past, I want that it impact that we grow now, baby.
I feel like one of the hardest things we all have to accept as immigrants is like your path is going to be different. There's going to be up and downs, whether you want it or not. And also sometimes life changes so fast for some of us and you just barely have time to process all of it. It's like 1 minute you have a big vision on how everything is supposed to go, and then boom, something happens and you either have to rebuild everything you already built or just build around the circumstances that you'd never asked for. And also one of the hardest part is still having to show up, still having to smile, and still having to force yourself to believe that something good will eventually happen. But wait, something good did happen. I graduated. But it's also choosing to believe that everything will get better someday. But also one of the downside of all of this is comparing yourself to other people. Like, I feel like we all do it. But when we see other people our age, especially when you're nearly 20, living this glamorous life on social media, just traveling every single year, everything is good for them. They were able to build this kind of like stability, freedom, and you just kind of like sit back and compare yourself to them all the time. It's like, and you telling yourself like, I should be there, but I'm not there just yet, and what am I doing wrong? But I'm also starting to realize that everybody starts from a different place. Everybody has a different objective. The process is basically different for most of us, but it really does not matter. That's what makes our journey so interesting, so unique, because you never know when and how things will change.
Train her feet for running. Show her every door and how the windows let the sun in. Copy out the key and tell her this is for becoming. Even in the fever, baby, cry and get to running. And tell her that you better get your bootstraps up. You're with the army, ready when the truth act up. Nothing can harm me. Yelling from the roof I touch, put up a guard and count to 10. Lions den, speaking with the higher pen. Can't be touched by fire then. Fast forward to the grown things now. I'm working on them soul things now. Forgiving all your old ways, but it's harder on the cold days. Cold days. Never been a product of a flawless environment. Never acted like I'm higher than you. And I still pray, dear God, won't you send me a break? Cause I need to get away, yeah. Dear God, won't you send me a break? Cause I need to get away.
Happy Sunday, you guys. But honestly, you're probably not watching this on a Sunday. But anyway, today is May the 10th and it's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day if you're a mother and you're watching this. It's currently 8:14, and since I'm going to church today, I'm gonna head downstairs and get some breakfast. I'm usually a big breakfast person. I gotta get some things in my stomach so I don't feel drowsy, I don't get any migraine. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna be vlogging that part because I really gotta hurry up. I gotta catch an Uber at like 9 o'clock to be able to make it to church on time. So I'll see you then.
Holiness, grandeur and splendor. And in the moment he saw going up to the right, not an opportunity, not comforting you, and as he draws near you, maybe we will hand to you in this moment by the Spirit a key called grace. It's grace. If he can restore Peter, he can restore you. To remain silent. The reason this means nothing to you.
Faithful and patient. Yes, you gotta see every single time you need him. I promise he'll be right there. Want you to believe if you get up on your knees, he can wipe away every tear. Why don't you wait for the king? Why don't you wait for the king? Why don't you put down those dreams and get with the Lord and Savior? Get with the Lord and Savior. Get with the Lord and Savior. Get with the Lord and Savior. Open my mouth to give him praise. Open my lips to give him grace. God is the king of my life. God is the king of my faith. Nothing I can do without him. I can't even move without him. I do nothing yet without him. Just you gotta see every single time you need him. I promise he'll be right there. Want you to believe if you get up on your knees, he can wipe away every tear. Why don't you wait for the king? Why don't you wait for the king? Why don't you put down those dreams?
Good morning, guys. Today's Monday, and I really want to talk about yesterday. I actually made it to church on time, but mind you, it took us 30 minutes to get inside the church. It was so full of people, it's crazy. But honestly, the service was really worth it, and I feel like what I really liked about it is how they start with worshiping and praise, and they just keep the rest of the service for like straight preaching. And it was so meaningful, grounding, and I feel like this is something everyone should experience. And if you can't make it to any of the services, I would strongly recommend you guys to just go online and look up his church. It's called 2819, and it is so refreshing to have someone preach to you without weakening the message of Christ. It was so good. After church though, I feel like it was a real struggle to get home. Like I had to walk 20 minutes from the church to a parking lot to meet with my Uber driver. And then after I got home, I had a whole bunch of chores. I was exhausted and tired, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna vlog the rest of the day. But anyway, since this Monday and we're on break, I don't have a lot going on. So this morning I'm planning on going on a short walk with my mom, and then I'm gonna stop by the park and kind of write down all the stuff that I have to do before I actually start the program this fall. I feel like that's the most important part of the day, and then when I get home I'll just figure out what to do after. All right, toodaloo.
Natural disasters. My baby is built around me. Kingdom to falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever make me leave. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Feels like
Hey guys, so I'm finally back home, and I just remembered I got gifted a new vanity for graduation. So today we're saying goodbye to the old one. Honestly, I thought taking it apart was going to be way more complicated, but I ended up unscrewing all the pieces to make it lighter and easier to carry out. And even though it looked fine on the outside, this vanity was literally falling apart. Like the legs were so unstable, it almost collapsed so many times, and the drawer literally stopped closing properly a long time ago. And it got so bad that I was actually tying them shut with shoelaces just to keep them closed. So I am genuinely really grateful to be replacing it with a new one, but I'm not gonna be doing this today. It's probably gonna be for a new video. But before setting everything up, I'm just going to organize my products really quickly so everything doesn't end up looking like a total mess while I clean everything out.